Three Grumpy Gamers.
Right, we're in. Welcome back once again to another episode of the Three Grumpy Gamers podcast. Unfortunately, dear viewers, we've got bad news. Our first ever special guest we've had to cancel.
Yes.
Sir Terry Wogan. God take his soul and
Wait
all that.
a minute though. This morning we got the news that Terry had died of blankety blank.
Yeah. No, it isn't the bad AIDS. You can only catch that once. It was the big C. So this can be the Beyond the Grave podcast. I'm Sir Terry Wogan.
I'm Lemmy.
I'm Sir Jimmy Savile.
Right.
Oh God. I was just saying to you, maybe we just got to not to be so worried about the tone of the podcast anymore. I'm not bothered.
Oh no.
Am I starting now?
Go on.
I'll not start with the one at the top of my list because it'll derail him for at least 20 minutes. So,
I'm all ready to talk about World of Tanks and how amazing it is, mate.
do you remember a couple of weeks ago where it came out that Peter Molyneux was retiring?
Yes.
Yeah. It turns out he's not. His Twitter account was hacked.
They're all chestnut.
Yeah, that old chestnut. Which, given that there's been no erroneous tweets since, I find it kind of hard to believe. Maybe he's just gone back on his whole I'm quitting thing. In which case, surely it'd just been easy to go, yeah, actually, I've changed my mind, I won't keep making games. I've been hacked! But yeah, Peter Molyneux, head of whatever game house he was and creator of Fable.
It's a shit game anyway.
I can't remember what other games he's done, but I don't rate them either. I just think I find Peter Molyneux quite pretentious.
And from the sounds of it, a bit of an attention
Must
whore.
be the Molyneux name.
Yeah.
That clown Stefan Molyneux floating about as well. He's a prick.
Basically, if you've got the surname Molyneux,
Nothing to
then
do with gaming him, like.
you're just a dick.
Yeah.
Alright, hang on then. That, since that wasn't particularly, didn't get anyone's motor run. Division post-launch details announced.
Division looks awesome.
3 expansion packs.
Okay.
3 updates. But the 3 updates, it claims are just like skins and shit. But you know.
And maybe they
However-
learned something from The Witcher.
Benefits for season pass holders include exclusive content drops and special events that you only get if you've got the DLC pass.
Which you'll get in a special edition.
What I want.
Which is fine, because like this is the thing, if you're going to pay extra then you should be entitled to stuff. But at the same time I don't think it's like, I don't know. I think this kind of, it's where do you draw the line, because there's certain thing, it's where it becomes extra and not just shit that was missing anyway. Because to me, this 3 expansion packs coincides really nicely with all the bits that got cut just that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course they're doing that, but like, yeah, you're right. Actually, I heard that.
Yeah.
I'm still undecided.
I think I'm going to get it because ultimately, regardless of any of this sort of motherfuckery, the game looks good and I think I'll enjoy it. And honestly, I don't really
I'm
go
going to
for
get it
anything
because
like that. So
I'm going to get it because I like a good FPS. Right, I like a good shooter.
It's not FPS though.
You can play FPS. It's FPS when you look down your gun. It is. I've been watching the beta. Wodge, my friend Wodge and my friends just invited us to his share play to watch him play with him and Jason. And it's awesome. It's cool as fuck. I can't remember if it's down the scope actually or if it's over your shoulder, but it's good anyway. It's mint.
I'm
what
assuming
puts-
it's probably over the shoulder.
What keeps putting me off those Watch Dogs?
It's got some similar characteristics to Watch Dogs in the art styling. That's where the similarities end.
Well, let's rephrase that. What's putting us off is Ubisoft.
Yeah.
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 Same here.
But I very nearly pre-ordered the special edition last night.
Apparently though, we're getting rid of paywalls. There's going to be no paywalls in it. No pay to win.
See, this is the thing though, it's like, well, I was saying there about like, season pass holders get exclusive content drops. So basically they find shit that you won't have. Like, thingy. I mean, I don't mind, like, say, your DLC giving you access to a new area or access to new things. But it's just, like, you paying money and them giving you shit. Whether it's pay to win, it's still fucking... Do you know what I mean?
Well, it all depends if the content's going to be like overpowered guns
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I don't know.
Like I say, I'm probably going to get it anyway.
I think I'm going to get it. It's just, am I going to get the special edition of the normal version?
Yeah, see, this is the thing. No, I think what it boils down to, and the thing that really annoys us about it, is I kind of feel a bit defeated by the whole thing. Where it's like, it's just kind of at the point now, like, I know you say, like, about voting with your wallet and that, but it's like, basically, it's kind of at the point now where it's like, DLC is just almost a given with any game that you buy, do you know what I mean? And it's like, so do I suffer for me fucking, for me morals of not shelling out an extra 15 quid, or do I just fucking get on with it?
It all depends for me.
And it's kind of a tough decision a lot of the time.
I base it on how much I think I want the game, how much I think I'm going to enjoy it, and how many hours I reckon I'm going to sink into it. If it's going to be a game that's like a passing interest, not spend a fortune. I kind of know now, like all the years I've been gaming, I can kind of tell what I'm going to hammer, like, and what I'm going to like just play for a bit.
See, I'd say I agree. Like, the vast majority of the time you can usually tell, but there are things that throw a spanner in the works.
Right.
Like, where you think they're going to be amazing and they turn out to be, like, either awful or even just not as good as you expected.
Or there's a thing where all your mates have hammered you. Everyone, you've stood against the tide of popular opinion. No way will a free-to-play game be that good. And then
We've transitioned.
there's an entire world of tanks. And for Jonesy, yes mate, I signed the lease. I signed it. World of Tanks is amazing. It's fucking brilliant.
It's alright.
It's brilliant.
I deleted it off my PS4. Like.
You're a loser, I was going to have a game with you. The only reason you deleted it because you knew I was going to come and shoot you. Didn't you? Put it out.
The first hour was kind of fun, and then it was just like...
And it's great because it becomes tactical. The game evolves into like learning which tanks you can shoot where, what tanks can do anything against other tanks, how to use different tanks. That was great.
Tanks.
Tanks.
Tanks a lot.
It's an entire world.
Tanks.
Purely for tanks. I wonder how many weeks of podcast this is going to feature on. Where we just, like, we derail for a few minutes into just saying tanks over and over again.
Few.
Yeah.
Tanks.
Yeah.
Tasty Activision dollars. Pitfall.
David Crane.
Pitfall's great. Girls and Goblins.
We're getting too meta.
Yeah. We can't even do inside jokes very well because literally no one else would get them because we've got like 10 subscribers.
No, we don't get them because the 3 subscribers are all sat here.
Yeah.
What you've been playing?
Not a lot really, due to the whole moving house thing. The past couple of days, because the PSN had a flash sale up the other day, and it had Dark Souls 2 on for like 60% off, so it was like 14 quid or something. So I picked it up, thinking like it'll fill a bit of time, because I'm thinking for the near future when I've moved house, and it's going to take us 2 weeks before I get the internet. So I'm like, I need things to play.
That aren't online based.
Yeah.
I've been playing Witcher 3. I've mastered Gwent. I am now a Gwent master.
Even before you shook your head, as soon as you said mastered, I knew you were full of shit. I've mastered Gwent. No one can teach me anything about it now.
I'm the overlord of Gwent.
Yeah.
Go on, get your Gwent cards out now and I will fuck you up, son.
It's made us realise I fucking hate Gwent. But I have to do it to get this fucking platinum trophy. I kind of understand it more
Yeah.
But I'm a long way from fucking mastering Grand Theft Auto. And I'm guessing you Grand Theft Auto?
How did you know?
Just a guess. And I'm guessing the other game probably it's about a world.
What's in that world?
Tanks.
Tanks. Is there any cars in that world, Andy?
Just blown up ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just tanks.
It's not a world of cars, is it?
Not a world of blown up cars. There's
Yeah.
blown up stuff in there. There's blown up buildings and the buildings you can blow up.
So have you seen that EA have let slip the lifetime sales of the Xbox One?
No. How then?
So PS4 lifetime sales is 55 million units.
No.
Sorry, no.
That's both of them.
Yeah, that is both.
Wait.
So Sony's is
Wait.
36 million.
Yeah.
What's funny is,
Because I saw
you're
that.
saying let slip. It's really funny because Xbox has made a point of keeping it as quiet as possible, whereas Sony's been going from day one. Look how many we've sold.
Yeah.
I continue.
So Sony sold 36 million units and Microsoft sold 19 million. That is abysmal.
Yeah.
To
Worldwide.
put it into context,
It's worse than the Wii U.
to put it into context, one of the things I got is, do you know how recently, in the past couple of months, the Xbox numbers are kind of been picking up a bit?
Yeah.
And our reasoning behind it was that most people who own a PS4 or are interested in that have probably already got one by now.
Yeah. So it's people like me or you, because you've already got one.
Well,
It's people who went and got the PS4 first, and then like fancy an Xbox as well.
well, actually, that's a load of shit, because have a guess how many PS4s Sony shipped between October and December of last year? 8.4 million.
Jeez, that's half of the Xbox's
Yeah,
lifetime
half
sales.
of the Xbox's lifetime sales in 3 months. In the
That's
Christmas run up to the
insane.
PS4.
Yeah, it's over like. If
Yeah.
there ever was. I mean, I don't buy into this. I do buy into it for comedy reasons. I think it's funny that people argue about the console.
Yeah.
Right, it's funny.
And we all know the PC's better, so...
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen the difference between the Xbox One, PS4 and PC for the Division?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was reading somewhere. Doesn't the Division have like graphical features that you normally only find on a PC, like in the options or something? I haven't actually read about
No, I'm
it,
not sure.
because I know normally with consoles it's like, what size do you want the screen? Whereas like on PC it'll be like field of vision sliders, all this kind of
Yeah.
shit. Do you know what I mean? And I remember like when I was scanning through stuff this morning, seeing some of the Division console thing has like a couple of cool options that you don't usually see.
Yeah, texture and things
consoles.
and things like that.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I
It
only
does
saw
look
it running
good.
on a Twitch stream, so obviously I got something low res. I'm not the god, you bet them all.
I haven't met them all. You fucking napped them.
I can't believe you've eaten all of them, you fat little slag.
I'll get some of these before they go.
You told me you love fat slag.
I do.
Well then, shut up.
So EA have also said that the next Mass Effect and Titanfall game will be out by March 2017, and the new Battlefield game will be out by Christmas.
So, are these other ones going to be Xbox exclusives this time or not?
Personally, I think it's a big daft releasing another Battlefield game.
It's not like you need to get hardline behind them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I know, but this is the thing though. Isn't it? It's DICE that's made Battlefront, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. And from what I understand, Battlefront's doing really well. Like, it's sold 13 million copies.
I still haven't got mine, but I am going to get it.
Yeah.
I don't see the appeal. I know I said when I played the demo on the Xbox I was enjoying it because it was the full game, but I think it kind of lost its appeal quickly for me.
You've done like online first person FPS as well.
Yeah. I was like New Year's Eve actually. I was on Bingham's playing it with him just for a few beers and that, and like I had a blast. I mean, we were just playing like daft. I can't remember what game modes we were playing. I played the dogfights as well. They're really good.
Yeah, they were fun.
The only thing that I never realised, which doesn't really detract from the game, it just gives fucking spackers a way to stay in it, is there'll be so many of you on one side and so many of them on the other. Then you have like drone ships as well,
Yeah.
and they're easy to shoot down, and you get a few points for them. But it's not like getting a kill on another guy. So it's like if you shit, you can just farm the drones. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, but it was still really good fun. Like,
Remember last week I mentioned that Sony had tried to trademark the Let's Play.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that,
they've tried again, second time, and the courts have rejected it.
good.
Oh, that was the trademark people. Who
Someone needs to stop them before they get too powerful. Look what happened with Google.
Yes.
Do you think Sony's going to do another PS3 style thing? You remember PS2? They beat the Xbox.
Yeah.
So they made the PS3, got way too cocky.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember when they revealed it and they revealed the price and they said if you
Yeah,
can't
but
afford it, get
people-
another job.
People were like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, I remember that.
their crack was basically like the means justifies the ends. It was like it's worth the amount of money that we're charging, which turns out it wasn't. But you know,
Do you think they're going to do that again next generation
It's possible.
because of the PS4?
Maybe not. I'm kind of hoping that they've learned the lesson.
well, this is the thing. It's like
And also, do you not think the buyer's market now is way, way more cynical than it used to be, with the way that the internet's so open and everyone's so happy to criticise? And like Twitter's a real thing now, with Facebook and all of that stuff. And as soon as you try a dick move like that, it's like internationally known in 20 minutes.
that's fair enough. But on the other hand, right? They know all this kind of shit now, and yes, now that they've rose to like meteoric fame in this iteration of the console war, look at all the fucking dick manoeuvres they're pulling at the minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that by itself means that they've not learned from their own history. So I think they're totally going to bust out a 500 quid PS5, and everyone will go flooding back to the new Sega
Well, hang on
console.
though, right, wait a minute though. The PS4 was 400.
Well, I paid 525 quid for mine the day it launched.
Yeah, well, so 500 quid for a next gen console.
See, I
download.
forget because mine
It's
was
reasonable.
really cheap.
So was mine, I got it with a phone contract.
That was there when you bought mine. I bought it and it was
You were there when you bought mine. Is that alright? Made no sense for a minute.
and I bought it with Watch Dogs and I paid something like 350 quid for it, and that wasn't too long after the launch. It was only like a couple of months. It must have been some special Asda had on, but I'd say that's what I mean. It's like, for me, that's kind of like the price point, because I've got no other frame of reference, because I had no interest in getting one before then.
Do you know how much the PS1 was when it first came out in Britain?
200 notes?
More.
I think it was about 700 quid.
You jonking.
No.
That's ridiculous.
I remember our friend Ashley, her and her boyfriend at the time, Carl, had to go halves on it. And I remember her saying it was something like 700 quid.
That's right.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Worth every penny.
Yeah, man. Tekken 2.
So, right, there's been a poll done recently of they sent like a thingy out to loads of different developers and game houses asking for feedback on what platforms they're most interested in developing for. Now, bear in mind, some of them probably didn't get back and all that. It was just like, you know, have a guess which platform is the most popular that devs are interested in working on.
Obviously, if they're looking for making money, PS4.
Incorrect.
I'm going to say something daft like
Tablets, smartphones.
Number 2, smartphones. 52% of all of the developers polled were most interested in developing for PC, with the mobile and smartphone market coming in at 44%.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Because they got paid.
No, it's not what the most not what they want to develop for, what they actively are developing for, sorry. So like out of all these developers asked, 52% of them are actively developing something for PC, 44% are developing for thingy. So where do you think the rest of them fall in? Speculative guesses?
Well, Wii U's going to be last.
Yes.
Xbox probably second to last.
Yes.
PlayStation third or last.
Yeah. 27% of the poll developers are actively developing for PS4, 23% for Xbox One, and a meager 5% for the Wii U.
Wow.
And only 2% of them for the 3DS, but who even counts that?
Is 3DS still a thing?
Apparently, yeah. For 2% of poll developers it is.
I mean, the PC I can understand, but pisses us off that people want to spend more time developing games for like tablets and mobile devices.
The thing is though, is look at the, like,
It's a huge market.
yeah,
I know.
the amount of money it's worth is like ridiculous.
But to me, it's not gaming.
Yeah, that's how it aged that though.
Yeah.
It's not gaming, but this is the thing. Unfortunately, everyone loves money, and people are willing to sell out the fucking the principles if the fucking checks high enough.
No. Not really principles, is it? The guy's a developer. Developer this bit of hardware. Here's your money. There's no principle at stake there.
Well, maybe not for the guys at the very top, but assuming you work for something like EA, right, and you're used to producing AAA titles and working on like big fucking heavy names, and they go, right, we're working on Angry Birds 3, you'd be like, fucking hell, this is a bit below, like, do you know what I mean?
Depends if they pay me a fortune, because my business brain goes like this. Okay, they're going to pay me twice as much to do a quarter or a tenth of the work, right? Yes, I want to go and do this and this and make these great triple platinum games, but I also want to be paid right for it. So you go and you take the job doing Angry Birds and shit like that, and then when the developers kick off with you, oh, you meant to be working on Cock Siege 7 or whatever, right? Then you turn around and you say, look,
It's nice
mate.
of you to shout out your favourite game there.
No, 6 was the best.
I think it's the siege word that's most intriguing in that.
Right.
Cock siege.
Right, well,
It
anyway.
implies that there's resistance, doesn't it?
Of course it is. Of course it is. You can get them
It's
lots.
basically saying,
You can get like
it's
snuggle cuddle
basically,
balaclavas.
I
and
love
stuff.
Rape 6.
We've just invented a new title for the. But anyway, my point is this, right? So you're the developer. You're the developer for Cock Siege 7, right?
Right.
And I'm the dev.
What new features are being added for 7?
We'll talk about that in a minute because at the moment I'm working on Angry Birds
Right, okay.
5, right? And the reason being is I'm being paid 10 times as much money. So then you come along to me and you say about you asked me to work on Cock Siege
Yeah.
7,
I understand what you're saying. I do. But
and I say pay me fucking properly.
The thing
if it's
is,
a
though-
platinum, if it's a AAA title, yada yada yada, and you're going to make this much fucking million off us, developers to me are the new rock star.
yeah. The thing is, though, is the way I can see it playing out is this. Like, while I agree with what you're saying, right, there's bound to be at least a reasonable, like, cross-section of the guys in that job who do it because they're fucking passionate about it.
Well, they'll stay in their job then.
Yeah. But
That's
the
fine.
thing is, though, is
It
eventually...
acts as a filter. It's a self-filtering process.
Eventually, though, do you not think the ratio is going to swing? So in, like, 15 years' time, loads of people are developing for fucking smartphones and shit, and the people who like had all this amazing fucking talent are getting like weeded out of the fucking pool just because they're not putting the skills to use by making Angry Birds 27 instead of Cock Siege 41.
I don't think Cock Siege has got that much legs in it. Right?
So I've got something here that I think you'll both love.
Cock Siege 7.
This is going to be one of your trigger words, I think. So this is a post by a feminist.
It's our trigger word already.
So, should killing female gamers in online games be considered rape?
Yes!
Listen, he's the post.
That's fucking triggering me, that.
Rape is an act that involves overpowering a woman. In online games such as Call of Duty, to kill somebody, you have to overpower them. The victim is usually blamed for the death instead of the culprit, much like rape. It can have a lot of the same lasting effects as rape as well, such as fear of playing. Many rape survivors are afraid to go back to the place they were raped. End of post.
Wow, how like insulting to genuine victims of rape is that? How like patronising and horrendously evil. That person, whoever posted that, is insidiously evil. For them to equate them getting shot on an online shooter with the experience of an actual rape victim, that is one of the sickest things I've ever fucking heard for a while. Now, here's a good point though. That doesn't trigger me. I'm at the stage with these fucking lunatic, like militant. Can you remember Militant in the Viz?
Yes.
Right? They're these militants, right? To fucking honestly now, the strongest and best weapon we have against people like that is let them talk. Let them talk, because no fucking right-minded person is going to read that and be like, oh yes, it's got a point. Like, the only people who are going to read that and think she's got a point are other, like, bearded, fucking over fucking weight, stinking, red-haired, problem glasses wearing third wave fucking feminazi
See, the
cunts.
thing is,
They're
though,
going to be the only people who like that post.
it's not just that though, because I was watching this thing this morning, right, and it was this about this bloke. He runs, I can't remember what it's called. It's called he was an Oxford uni student, right, and him and a few others, they ran like this fucking like e-zine or something called No Offence, right, and obviously it's offensive, but it's not. And the crack was like, he was saying now that at least in terms of like where he is in London and that his kind of like social circles, like he's like, it's at the point now where like liberalism's starting to like eat itself. And he's like, and he's saying like people have grown up with these fucking, they're taught that these views are what's right, and everyone holds them, but they don't even know why. And he's like, and it's at the point now where if your views aren't like at least a reasonable degree left of centre, then you're not like, you can be like, you're just shot down, and like people won't even like thingy. And also him and his mates have set this thing away, deliberately trying to like change people's views on it by like trying to make them think about it. And what's happened is like, like I say, he hasn't been like out and out offensive about it, but
You're basically talking about him positioning himself as a genuine meritocracy-based libertarian left-winger versus a fucking Marxism-like left-winger.
And what it is like someone on his fucking campus, right, try to get him fucking arrested by the police and all this. He's had people like, I thought this bit was kind of funny actually. He was in a pub and he's like, it's at the point now if someone mentions my name, there's a noticeable fucking, like around like campus and that, there's a noticeable like sort of, do you know what I mean? And he was saying he was out in a pub and like he was just talking to these other students, and one of his mates referred to him by name, and they all just sort of turned on him. And he was saying, he goes, it wasn't like a proper fight or anything. And he goes, but I had to make the decision to leave because I've never been in a fight before and I didn't want to get punched. And while I was like, you wouldn't know what a fucking fight is, you Southern Fairy type thing. But I still understand it. I was like, fucking hell, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a shitty situation.
This is like how far that whole like school of thought has gone.
Yeah, but it's in a bubble. It's in the safe space that is university. But still, it hasn't affected the real world yet. Not fully. Not enough.
Also, I mean, this is again, it's slightly off topic. Well, it's not actually. It's about Anita Sarkeesian. So do you know her whole things like feminist frequency?
Mm-hmm. I'm very, very, very familiar with that.
Yeah, and that isn't that like her Patreon thing?
Mm-hmm.
Pay her money to produce this shit. Right. Have a guess how much money she made from that last year versus how much content she produced.
She made several million when our initial Patreon was only for a few grand. She was promised 6 videos that she was meant to produce at high quality. She's produced a handful of videos and they've all been at the same quality as the first one.
Yeah.
So of all the millions she's bought no production equipment, she's bought no camera, no nothing. She's made, her last one was the trope. She's doing this series of female tropes in video games and trying to disassemble them. And she did like butts, male versus female butts in video games, trying to make the argument that the butt being centre screen, bearing in mind any third person game, unless the person's a freak, like with the fucking arse on the shoulder, everyone's butt's going to be in the middle of the screen. Right, and she even tried to compare like Batman and Catwoman and stuff like that.
Because Batman has a cape, so you can't see his butt.
Yeah, you couldn't see his ass, but in the same game, you can play as Nighthawk, who wears like skin tight clothes, and you can see his ass if you're that way inclined.
Nightwing.
With Nightwing, that's what I'm. Nighthawk's Step Brothers, isn't it? I'm thinking Step Brothers. Dragon. Anyway, then you got fucking Batman jump off a building, and guess what? His cape goes up, and guess what? You can see.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not to mention he's buff as fuck in the game. So it's a joke. Anyway, what's happened with her since is pretty much finally she's been laughed off the internet. She's released a statement with like, I'm not doing it anymore.
Oh, she's retiring.
I'm suffering from, and get this, he's the killer. Now I'm not belittling people who suffer from it, but she's got stress and depression. But that's caused her to retire from the internet. Stress and depression, I'm not belittling, I'm not degrading. Right,
you don't get it off the internet though. Sorry,
you don't. And she's got it off all the bad words, off all the online harassment, which to her is someone disagrees with her or someone criticises her.
So she's getting depressed off all the millions of dollars she's getting.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Right, she made 7 videos last year. Right, and the average payout per like video or something was like over 200,000 of like how much she made per video, like from our Patreons if you spread it out. And because the only reason I even like knew that figures because I was on Twitter, and this guy had posted, he was like, basically he was just having a right fucking rant about it. But his crap was like, fucking hell, if I got paid that much per video for my content that I spend way more time and effort creating, I'd be worth like 400 million or something.
Do you know that when she does her things as well, she's not even playing the games because she fucking can't. Somebody else plays the game while she does the commentary.
I bet it's a woman playing though.
Got to be. Have you seen how shit they are?
I just have to go off topic a minute and say,
Well,
I've never had them before, and those are the nicest Skittles on earth, I think.
Yeah, crazy
good.
sours.
Help yourself.
There's another packet out right. When they're gone, we'll bust them.
Go.
I've got a couple in my hand.
In fact, I'm going to open them now because I haven't even had any.
Fill your mouth full of skittly love, Michael. Let me rate you.
On the
with my
back here,
Skittles.
it says release your imagination here.
Yeah, what are you thinking about now, Michael? What are you imagining now, Michael?
Cocksage 7.
That was you raping us with Skittles.
That's the plot of the DLC for Cocksage 7.
Cocksage 7, Skittle rape.
Yeah.
So, somebody's account was hacked. PSN account, right?
Must have paid more than yours.
He's been doing some research into it. Sony won't help him. Somebody's basically logged his ID onto their PlayStation, made their PlayStation the primary one. After deactivating, you can use that once every 6 months.
Yeah.
He's deactivated it. The kid's lost all of his content, and he's found a website that sells people's PlayStation Network IDs and tells you exactly how to steal all the games and shit. So what they do is they do the things, or I can't remember what it's called, that button you can use once every 6 months, deactivate all consoles, log in on their console on a new profile with your login details, set it as primary, and don't do anything else. That's it. They just download your games and they can play them on their own profile. 6 months later you're able to get in and change your password, but by then they've already got the games and they can still play them. And possibly purchase games if you've left your credit card.
No, that won't work because when someone else when you log into another machine, your credit card details are automatically blank now. You have to manually put them into every machine.
That's good. So I had a look at this website.
And long story short, you've now got 6 different PS4 accounts.
There's some games.
But not only that, they tell you how to like hack loads of different shit. It's quite worrying. So yeah, you might want to change your password or something, just to be safe.
Well, what's the point? If they can do that anyway.
Most of the accounts came from the hack.
Oh,
Remember
right.
the last big hack?
Oh, mine's been changed loads of times since then.
Mine changes like every few months because every time I actually need to put my password in for something, I've forgotten it. So mine gets changed like organically every couple of months.
So I found out on XCOM 2, from day one you're going to be able to use the mods.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure if that's what that'll like. I mean, that'll be PC launch. It probably won't have mod support for the console when they do get round to partner, but I don't mind. All the new features on it make us like. Wish I had a full gaming rig anyway.
Have you seen this month's PS Plus games?
No.
Good game at last. Helldivers,
Right.
which is it's a bit like XCOM, turn-based. I've been thinking about buying it for the past few months.
I know you mentioned it before, like. What's the other one?
I don't know, some shit.
Alright.
As usual. But that's for February.
Shall I go through my usual trigger
No.
and talk about how I'd like to be able to see my PS3 games on there as well?
Well, I was just going to mention the PS3 games because this month was Dragon Age Origins for the PS3.
That's pretty good.
There was another one, but I can't remember what it was.
Good luck with that.
Am I too fast for you still? At 39?
I don't know, faster word I
Still
do.
too fast for your life.
Game maybe.
Too fast for you. Okay, he's looking at you wearing your fucking hat like a fucking hipster with it over your brow and your little fucking,
No, that's because
your little fucking,
have you seen me hair?
what do you call it? That manga fucking fringe. What? Put your hat on. What?
It's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with the fact that I've been too lazy to get a haircut for 2 months and look at the length of it. Yeah, but yours sits nicely. You look like a fucking, you've just dragged yourself out of bed all day anyway.
I do know, that's the look I go for. People paying hairdressers for the just out of bed look.
Well,
People pay good money for this.
my hair just looks like it hasn't been fucking cut.
Do you know what the
for 3
secret
months.
is to having good just out of bed hair look? Sleep at all given opportunity during the day.
Yeah. So this is the only hat I could fucking find. Because I wanted just a normal drut, but look at how ridiculous it looks when I turn the thingy up. See?
Look like fucking Benny from Crossroads.
Yeah, exactly. So yes.
You know, it just means that generally he's not referring to that.
Plus, I didn't get in the shower last night, and my hair's full of fucking gloss paint. So.
Gloss paint, my God.
Not man fat.
No, not man fat.
No, not
Unless
at all.
I've been painting my walls with it, in which case I'll be a bit worried.
Hal and the custard pot. Gaming news, anybody?
I've got a question, a gaming question.
I'm not answering.
Alright.
I'm going to lie. It's asked the question, I'm going to lie.
Okay. What has been the most difficult boss in any video game you've ever had to fight?
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to answer you honestly. The last boss on R-Type was insane. Or that one under the water in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh?
I'm thinking it's probably something out of Dark Souls, but I'm trying to think of which one. Because it's that long since the first time I played it where I actually struggled. Like now I can just fucking blitz through it, but...
No, well now I'm I'm a Dark Souls master.
Then if you can blitz them, those bosses are not in the same league as the two I've just mentioned.
Yeah, but that's the thing, it's the same as anything else in terms of once you learn, like, you know, patterns and what have you, then it becomes easier.
It's not easy. Neither of the bosses I've just mentioned are easy.
Oh well, good for you.
I'm not Michael.
My answer's not really a boss, but it's the super license in Gran Turismo 2.
That's hard. The super license in all the Gran Turismos is hard.
Or even the driving license in Driver. That was a pain in the arse when you first started playing it.
Does Rainbow Road on 150cc on the SNES Mario Kart count?
Yeah.
Because that's fucking solid.
Yeah.
What was that boss called in Metal Gear Solid where you had to change the controller?
Psycho Mantis.
Because when you didn't know what to do, that was pretty difficult.
But that's the thing, that's not hard, that's a gimmick. Because once you do change the control port, like before that, he predicts all your fucking moves, and after that he's a piece of piss. It's not even like he was actually just fucking solid, like what he's saying about those two R-type bosses or whatever. It's like he was solid because he cheated.
Ghosts and Goblins, the very last boss.
Now, whole game.
Yeah. Cybernator for the SNES, every fucking level on that was just ridiculously hard.
Star Fox. Space Harrier on the Master System.
Space Harrier 2, well, that was good.
Solid. Afterburner.
No, I don't think I can pick one.
Nah, I just think the loads are way too hard.
Yeah.
So anybody else got anything else? Got,
Yeah, I suppose
no.
I'll fucking...
Or the
I'll
GTA
set you off on
news.
on another fucking... Well, it's kind of a positive trigger. I'll set you away rambling. GTA 5, Valentine's DLC,
Get in.
new vehicle.
Which one?
I don't know, it's some sort of Roosevelt fucking...
Get in. Get
Imagine the anthill.
No, I
Bob.
don't know what it is
Yeah.
because they did it last year and
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah. but apparently it's a variation on the last one, and you're getting like sort of American gangster like pinstripe outfits and shit in
That's
the
class.
shop. Yeah.
Isn't there a new DLC with something to do with parachuting? as
That
well?
was the last one that's just been. But now we're going to listen to Andy talk about how Rockstar are the best company in the world because they always release free DLC, and that's why people still play GTA 5.
Done, you've done it.
Because I don't disagree with you, but like, yeah,
Done, you've done it. You've
Yeah.
summed up what I'd have said.
yeah.
And they are. And they're better
Did you
than
did you ever you've had a GameCube, haven't you?
Tell them, don't tell them.
Did you ever play Beyond Good and Evil?
Oh God.
It was like a really good game.
The pig.
Yeah,
Pig Goog.
like one of the best games for the system, as I said. Right. Do you know the second one was in development, and like it was
Forever.
first announced in 2008, and most people assume that it's dead in the water. The guy who developed for it, he was on this I don't know, either a stream or an interview or something. It was like Dev Plays or something, and this guy invites developers on to play the games that they made and kind of go through the feedback and that.
That's a good idea.
So he was on like playing the first Beyond Good and Evil, which was pretty cool. And the guy asked him at the end, he's like, "So, Beyond Good and Evil 2, is it still a thing?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's still a thing. I'm still working on it." But if you consider that it was first announced in 2008, and it was already in the year of pre-production at that point,
That's 9 years.
yeah. And I can only think it's going to end up being another Duke Nukem Forever, which will be really disappointing because I did like Beyond Good and Evil. Because I think if it's been sat that long, and then you've got to think in 10 years' time, there's been two different like console generations. Do you know what I mean? So have they, like, what are they doing with the engine and stuff? Do you know what I mean? Are they just essentially starting a game from ground up or what?
They should do.
Yeah, they should do. But whether they will is another thing. And I just think, like I say, it's going to be another Duke Nukem Forever.
That was an awful game.
Yeah, it was terrible. Duke Nukem 3D, however, though, fucking mid-game. And like, I don't even want to acknowledge Duke Nukem 64.
Because it's your favourite.
Nah, because it was fucking abysmal. Do you know Superman 64 has been like consistently voted as the fucking worst game ever made?
No. E.T. on the Atari house for our generation. E.T. the
Buried in
landfill,
the desert, aye.
So last night I found out that there's some movies being made from video games that I had no
Angry
idea
Birds
about.
fucking movie.
I'm just trying to find them again, but I mean, some of them I was obviously you know about Assassin's Creed the movie, Ratchet and Clank,
Angry Birds the movie.
Warcraft,
Did you?
Angry Birds,
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
I wish.
Sly Cooper. There's going to be a movie.
God's sake.
There's a new Resident
The
Evil.
Sly Cooper games though, like, they're not even that fucking well known anyway, are they?
No,
Well known enough though. They have got like
they're not even that good.
a cult following. They're alright for what they are.
Well, that's fair enough though, but if you're thinking about transferring it to the big screen, you want to pay,
It's
otherwise
a bad choice. It's a bad choice. Like
So we've got a new Resident Evil movie, which will suck. The Last of Us.
I hope they don't kill
I
that.
hope they don't fuck that up. But like I'm very ye of little faith when it comes to game movies.
Well, the Last of Us movie's been written by Neil Druckmann, who wrote the Last of Us game. So there's a chance it might be good. Splinter Cell's getting turned into a movie. Far Cry's getting turned into a movie. Fucking Minecraft. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Minecraft? How do you turn that into a film?
Get this. Tetris.
Was it you telling me, one of you, it might have been on the podcast, was on about Pornhub statistics, where
Yeah,
there's been
yeah, it
like
was
a
me
new
last week.
Minecraft porn?
Yeah, that was me last week, up 500%.
That's awesome.
Because he thinks, right, I've just finished fucking building like a cube fortress on Minecraft.
think I'll have
Now
a
I need to
quick
just
cheeky
fucking
one.
pull the head off it.
So
It's a
Gran
cute porn.
Turismo's getting a movie.
What?
Gran Turismo.
So essentially that's just like Fast and the Furious.
Temple Run. Half-Life.
The Temple Run film already exists, doesn't it? It's called The Maze Runner, and it's a fucking pile of shit.
Portal. Uncharted. Metal Gear.
Portal could be good. I think the scope for that would be decent. Whether it will is a completely different question.
So another Tomb Raider. Ghost Recon. Watch Dogs.
Why? Why?
Halo. The Sims. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Who's getting made into movies?
Yep. Missile Command, Infamous, Gears of War, which
Gears
God,
of
I
War
hope
could
will be good.
Could be really good, yeah.
Mortal Kombat's getting another go.
Well, why not? It's only been about 15 years since the last one.
Mass Effect, Kane and Lynch, Heavy Rain, God of War, Devil May Cry, Dante's Inferno, Deus Ex.
Dante's Inferno again could be pretty good if they do. Obviously, they're going to do the interpretation of the game, not the Divine Comedy, because that's
Why are
already
they doing
a
this?
thing.
You know
Sonic
what
the
frustrates me the
Hedgehog.
most as well? How can they make a comic, take a comic idea and a comic character and make fucking really good movies, but any time the source material is a video game, it fucking
It
sucks.
doesn't transfer back, like, does it?
No.
I mean, a lot of the time, video game adaptations of films are pretty dog shite, but I think it's much worse the other way around.
It's because the games are, let's be honest, quite linear.
Yeah.
And they don't stick to the actual story. They try and
Take
flesh it
liberties,
out.
yeah.
and-
Well, that's not always a bad thing, because did you ever play any of the Lord of the Rings games?
Possibly.
a few of them.
I did.
I can't remember which one it was. It was like the fucking, I don't know, something for Middle Earth one or something, where it was only like, it was in the same mythos, but it barely had like any sort of like...
Yeah, it was basically a standard, pretty well made RPG.
Yeah, but it was alright though, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was good.
Yeah. So if they're going to take liberties, I'd much rather they just did like something in that universe, but made their own game for it, rather than trying to like...
Rewrite something to do with the main character.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking with The Last of Us, the movie, is they haven't got enough time to tell the whole story that you see in the game. So, what are they going to cut out?
I think it'll be a different story, and you'll get a fucking Mark Hamill type fucking cameo of Joel right at the end. Like, I mean, this is the thing though, because I mean, this could be pretty good. What you call that fucking black wifey who leads the Fireflies? I can't remember her name.
I know what you mean.
Gets shot at the end.
Yeah.
It could
Spoiler.
just be. Oh well, who cares? Who hasn't played The Last of Us by
If you
now?
haven't played it, you're a
Yeah.
loser and you deserve it spoiled.
But this is the thing. It's like it could even be like following her and sort of like sort of trying to build the Fireflies up. Because I mean, I know they get fucking rinsed in the game. Sorry, spoilers. But you know, it could be like her
Yeah,
trying to
that'd
like
be
build
quite
the
cool.
resistance and stuff, and that would be pretty cool. I'd watch that.
I would. And also, what's missing out of that list, right? Why the fuck isn't there a Borderlands movie? Why isn't someone making Handsome Jack into a movie?
Yeah.
That would be a movie.
I think because they'd probably just assume that like I don't know, it would basically just be a fucking poor man's Mad Max.
And they would have to rate it R if it's going to be anything like the game.
Because this is the thing, I mean, the game's brilliant, but just because the game is, you can't automatically assume that the movie would be the same quality.
I think with a character like Handsome Jack, the film would be absolutely outstanding.
Because I think a shit Borderlands film would basically be the equivalent of playing... What was that Bethesda game that you liked?
Rage.
Rage, it would be like that. It'd be like playing Rage.
That was just... We'll play some shite you, son.
Says you, World of Tanks.
What the fuck? It's a world full of tanks. You've deleted anyway, you little pussy. You're not hard enough.
Are your favourite games Pilot Wings? So shut the fuck up.
Pilot Wings is awesome. He messaged me, because we did get one round.
I message you both.
We got one round on World of Tanks. And he was like, when you shoot us with that big meaty cannon of yours, it feels like I'm being violated. It feels like an act of penetration. And I'm scared to come back to the fight at the battlefield. Andy, I'm deleting World of Tanks. And I'm phoning the police.
I don't know how I should feel about this.
How you
Part
raped
of me is upset, but you've awakened something primal inside of me that I just can't
Yeah,
control.
I'm upset. I'm upset yet intrigued.
Speaking of Primal, are you getting Far Cry Primal?
I'm a fuck. Do you know what it is, right?
I will in a year when it's £3.
It looks like what it is, a Far Cry game. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, well, I know they're trying to do the whole storage thing, and there's bits of it that look cool, but is it different enough from any of the other previous fucking iterations to make me want to buy it? No. I bought Far Cry 4 and I got about halfway through and I got bored.
Mm-hmm.
I just like, and not that it isn't. They're alright at what they do.
Do you want me
but
to
it's
let,
just
do you want me to
not
let you in on a
reflecting it to me.
secret? An Andy secret. You know how I like farming chests?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Far Cry 4 I sold before I'd finished. And I hadn't even finished farming
There
my
was
chests.
too many chests. There's a limit even for him.
Yeah, it's true.
The limit's about 400 million chests.
I did get quite a few, didn't I? Like my map was just like a wall of chests, wasn't it?
Who even needs that many chests? Do you know what I mean? It's like surely at some point, right, if there's a chest every fucking 2 feet, then they're not really hidden goodies, are they? They're just shit you come across. Like, it kind of detracts away from them being hidden and special if there's one every fucking 5 minutes.
And this, going back to Division, is what is worrying us about that. Ubisoft.
Stupid Ubisoft.
Look at every game we fucking hear. Far Cry, Assassin's Creed,
I don't hear Far
Watch
Cry.
Dogs.
I don't hate Far Cry. I just think, for me at least, it's decidedly average. It's like, I bought one, and like I played it and it was alright, but do I consider it worth the 40 or 50 notes that I'd pay for it new? No. Like what he says, maybe for 10, 15 quid, a year or two after its release, yeah, I might give it a blast, but I'll never buy one.
And Assassin's
new.
Creed, I mean, I hate it now, but remember, I'm an ex-fanboy. I went through a phase of a good 3 years. I hated the game.
Bombing Ubisoft.
Yeah, I loved how well written the middle lot of Assassin's Creeds were.
Yeah.
I thought they were brilliant. And then they peaked with Black Flag. Black Flag was the best Assassin's Creed game ever.
Yeah.
And not just the sailing was the thing, but let's say it might have been another twist. What I thought they'd done was open it up away from hooded assassin, running around, collects contracts, level 2. Hooded assassin runs around, collects contracts, level 3.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I thought, yes, they've moved away from this. They just moved back to it.
Yeah.
The open stuff that you know what it is as well though, right? It's the whaling thing. In the modern climate, in the modern gaming climate now, they were like, oh, now we can't get away with that. Cause like fucking social justice warriors.
Yeah, but this is the thing though, you're saying that it hasn't permeated mass culture yet, but then in the same breath, you know what I mean? We're not in the same breath, several breaths later.
I said it hasn't permeated mainstream society.
It's the same thing with like, with Street Fighter 5 out, it's been torn down for fucking Western audiences, like they've had loads of fucking boob slaps and shit, like, fucking removed from it because they're like,
don't
right,
exaggerate, they've had one butt smack.
from our maker,
That was it.
one from Chun-Li,
Oh,
and
took
another
some
one,
out now,
and one from Kabi. Basically, they've torn down all the female cast.
God, that's how I'm going to feel like I've been cheated when I'm sat there having a wank and they're not smacking their
The thing
asses.
is-
I'm going to be like,
But this is the thing, though. It's like, who gives a shit?
exactly.
No one is going to go, oh, she just smacked her ass.
What's-
Like, before the beginning of the round. Oh, fuck this, I don't want to play this anymore. I'm just
Looks
going
like
to sit.
Dead or Alive. It's not getting released over here anymore.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, you got to buy that through like Japanese Play stores and stuff now.
Oh, did we read one, though, that I kind of, like, agreed with, because it was, like, a bit rapey. The new Fire Emblem game, come to Wii U. In the game, like, your units, right, if they spend enough time, because it's like on a grid, isn't it? And you can move so many squares. It's. I'm trying to think what to compare it to.
Come on, spit your point out.
Anyway, if they spend enough time next to each other, they develop a bond and stuff, and like it gets stronger, and they get bonuses for being near each other. And obviously, the top one usually ends up in like romance and stuff. And there's one person who she's only interested in women, but if you develop like an A-level bond with her and it's romantic, what you can do is one of your other party members will give her something to drug her, right? Where it forces her to see everyone of one gender as the other gender, so you can then pursue a romantic relationship with her under the guise of her thinking that you're the opposite sex. But they removed that because they thought drugging someone and forcing them to fucking be in a romantic relationship with you was a bit like a bridge too far. Which I can kind of agree with that. Do you know what I mean? But smacking your ass before the beginning of a round, no need. Ridiculous.
Thing is though, right, I can see why it would be bad. I'm going to have to word this so carefully because it's one of those things where people totally misunderstand you. Right. Lady Chatterleys love her. Whether people love it or not, whether you like it or not, it can't be argued that it's a literary classic. Right? It's a literary classic. In that book, there's even scenes where the gardener guy forcibly, he doesn't rape, but let's say forcibly persuades her to take it up the arse.
As you do if you're a gardener, standard procedure.
Right? But like, there's a lot of things that...
Look at that rose bed, love.
There's other classic books where, let's say, you take anything from the old Gothic era. So you're looking at things like Frankenstein and Dracula. Like, Dracula's a prime example where he bites and in his bite there's a toxin which causes the woman to like succumb, and then he fucks her and feeds on her. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. And then there's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein where people are captured, body parts are dismembered, right? All of these things, all of these bad things that are just happening are part of a narrative in a story to do with the character. And nobody at any point thought, because people weren't that fucking retarded then.
Yeah.
Nobody thought, oh, Mary Shelley must want to chop people up and make... do you know what I mean? Or nobody thought, like, oh, Bram Stoker must be super duper rapey. Do you know what I mean?
Bram Stoker means to have you, even if it's by burglary.
Was he rapey, though?
No.
Alright.
You see what I mean, though? It's like fucking... it's like...
Mary Shelley, did she want to chop people up?
I think she might have wanted to chop her husband up on a couple of occasions, but that'd probably
See?
But you know what I mean, though. It's like fucking. It's crazy. It's crazy now that people write this stuff and people right. I had this conversation recently because of the death of David Bowie. I know I'm going off tangent, but it's art related. Which game it is? Well, like China Girl at one point came under fire because there's a bit in the video where he pulls his fingers to do slanty eyes, right? Oh my God, David Bowie, that was racist. And it's like, right, listen to the lyrics. Especially bits like, oh baby, just you shut your mouth. Shh. When he's like, I'll give you television, I'll give you eyes. All of this meaningless, mediocre, Western fucking tripe that he thinks is important, he's offering to her. The whole song's actually about Tiananmen Square. Yeah. That's why it's got the references about the whites of their eyes and all of that in the song. So she was like a college student who stood in Tiananmen Square. That's the backstory. And she's sitting next to this English dork who's like, I'll give you a television, China, you know what I mean? And he's playing a character. It's part of a narrative.
David Bowie, the racist who married a black woman.
Exactly. Right, so...
It's all a cover! It's like them gay blokes who get married.
But it's such... The thing is though, right, do you not think it's such like a childlike view of the world? Oh, he said black, he said chink. Do you know what I mean? It's such a childlike understanding. It's not even a rudimentary understanding of the topic they're trying to discuss. And this is why people like us find them offensive. Yeah. It's like, you don't speak to me, you're clearly thick as fucking shit. You're way too fucking stupid to speak for me. Shut your fucking mouth. When they're saying, oh, white men, this and that, shut the fuck up. I'm not even white men. I'm a man. And
this goes back to what I was saying a bit earlier though, where it's like, people now, it's the new fucking thing.
It's Marxism light.
To hold these fucking beliefs, right? But like, no one fucking, like, the new people, like I say, the new generation, it's not really, the newest iteration of people who are quick to spout this off. They don't even know why. They just go, oh, this is the new thing, this is how it is, I'm going to do what everyone else is doing. Like, look at how cool I am being a social justice warrior, but I don't know why.
And you can't believe everything you read, because if you did, then Andy'd be under the table sucking us off.
Yeah.
Get that out.
Excellent. It's like the whole Phil Ansel.
Besides, that only works if you've got a jar of peanut butter.
Now
to put peanut butter anywhere on your body and you'll lick it off. Anywhere. I've got another. It's kind of on topic of where we're going anyway. I've got another trigger word for you. This one's good. It's a doozy to finish on. Have a guess what's being developed as we speak.
How are you?
Her Story 2.
Yeah, I read about that and I thought it wasn't worthy enough to bring up.
You only wrote because I want to see his reaction. That's half of the, like, when I'm looking for stuff for the podcast now, I don't even go, that's interesting, I just go, Andy, you'll fucking hate that.
Please tell me more about the premise of this wonderful piece of video art.
Yeah. Apparently, it's not a direct sequel to the first one. It's a spiritual successor.
God.
So basically, it's not even her story anymore. It's some other woman's story.
Some other my reaction is this.
Very good.
Good luck to you all.
I still can't believe that shit won like Game of the Year, Actor of the Year, fucking all
I'm hoping that the second one, people just go, well, the whole point of it was supposedly to like tell something, and it's already been told. So why do you need to do it now? Because this is the thing. It's like surely if they did it not as a game but to like highlight something, doing another one completely flies in the fucking face of that, and it's only for money.
It negates the
Yeah,
whole
like how
point.
can you go? Oh well, you know we did this to raise awareness, but we need to raise more awareness and money. Thanks.
No, I don't have a problem with that, to be fair. I don't have a problem with somebody just doing that for money.
Yes, you do. Phil Fish.
I've got a real problem. Nah, I don't like Phil the Poisson because he made money. I don't dislike him. I dislike him because he's a cunt.
Yeah.
There's a difference. I just think the
And he's
blokes.
got stupid sideburns.
I think the blokes are fucking whiny. You know what? He is the epitome of the whiny social justice warrior.
You told me
fucking-
Fez was a fucking modern classic.
Was I high?
No. You told me that like out of all the games you've ever played, that one made you feel the most special.
I was definitely high. Do you know what? I'd probably enjoy Fez Storm like.
Oh, speaking of which,
Kaylee told me she came downstairs one night and you were there playing Fez, and when she walked through the door, you went, no, I'm just watching porn.
yeah,
That's not it.
It was so embarrassing.
It's just gay porn.
Have a guess what
It's
I
closet Fez.
have a guess what I played.
Oh shit.
Closet Fezzer. Callum, if you're listening, we need a t-shirt for Andy that says Closet Fezzer.
Oh, Fezophile.
It's a disease.
Oh, that's fucking genius. You know what? Fez, for a chill out for 20 minutes, is alright.
No, it's not.
I know. I was going to see how long it took when he used to call us on it. It's fucking terrible. Oh, it's probably singularly one of the worst things I've ever played.
Have a guess what I played the other week.
A banjo.
No, it's a game.
Fez.
No,
Fez.
it's not
I'm
Fez.
going to have to say Fez.
Fez 2.
No,
I'm gonna
no
have to
one gets
say-
Fez too. We don't deserve it. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. Us entitled gamers. How dare we expect something like
Yeah.
that works when you pay for it?
No, it's several months after anyone gave a shit about it. But I played Journey.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah,
And
it's all right.
was it a beautiful, moving experience?
No, it held me attention. Is the best I can say about this. It's kind of like
Do you not find it a revolutionary in game?
No, what it does well is that it kind of like
Revolutionary moment.
it doesn't necessarily tell a story, but it does kind of like you kind of get a sense of the story by the way the game portrays it, but without words. It's the whole silent protagonist thing.
Sounds pretentious.
It is, but at the same like
Does it tell the story in the same enthralling and riveting way that you're explaining it to us now?
not really.
Is it better or worse?
It's average. Like this is the
I
thing.
mean, than your story that you're telling now.
Worse.
It's worse. So it's absolute pure dog shit then. That's what you're saying,
But like
isn't it?
one playthrough will take you like about an hour and a half. So you do it in one sitting. It's not meant
How
for
much
like,
did you pay for it?
like £4 or something was on sale. And I only did it because we've all been talking about it, but none of us had actually played
Well,
it.
if you remember, I promised I wouldn't and changed my mind.
But basically, there is bits of it. Like, say, there's a bit where the whole premise of the game, right, is like you start off in the desert and you see this big shiny shit at the top of a mountain, right?
Fuck this, I want to play Fez.
And like
Yeah, me too,
that's your goal. Go find the big shiny shit at the top of the mountain, right? And it's
you're
basically
essentially a magpie.
yeah. And you start off and it's the desert and it's all really good and stuff, and then you go through this dark cavey bit where there's monsters and you do have you have to change how you play. You can't, because up until that point it's like don't give a fuck, just wander about, do shit. But if you get like you have like a scarf, right, and it get like there's bits that you can collect that make your scarf longer, and the way it works is that's
So
kind
you're a
of
hipster.
that you jump.
You're a magpie hipster.
So you get like a jump, and for each bit longer that your scarf is, you get like an extra jump, but it's used up until you get these points that recharge it. So, and these monsters, when they attack you, they like knock your scarf, and there's only this much left. So it basically makes it much harder to progress the game if you get like...
You know what it sounds like to me?
What? Yeah.
Do
I'm just giving you the play-by-play.
I'm reading my Iron Brew bottle now.
You're thinking of Fez, aren't you?
I'm thinking this is made in Scotland from Gertis, mate.
And there's a bit on the mountain where it's like really snowy, and your guy walks like...
Oh God, not snowy.
Yeah, and it's really cold, and like...
Oh no, is that why you need the extra scarf to warm you up?
Oh, your scarf's gone at this point.
Oh
mate.
Jesus Christ, how do you keep warm?
Listen,
But how does he keep warm in the snow with no scarf?
can I have just a second?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you my feedback on the game. It's better than Hal's, wasn't it?
Look, right, I'm not trying to fucking sell the game to you. You want
You
to know what it's
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
and I'm just telling you what it's like.
Nah,
You said it was a modern
I
masterpiece.
wanted to know about 2 months ago. Now I don't give a fuck.
I like how you've painted your phone.
Fez,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Fez Ford.
No, I mean... Would I ever buy it again? No. Do I think it's...
Well, no, because you've already got it, so why would you buy it again?
Yeah, but if I hadn't bought it...
fucking loser.
If I hadn't bought it, right... Do I recommend either of you buy it? No.
Go on then, try and recommend it to me.
I've just said no. I don't
Try and recommend it to me. See how it goes. Try and recommend it to me.
I don't want to. That's why I said no.
Try and recommend it to me.
Do you want to buy Journey?
No,
Right. That's pretty much what I said.
I just wanted to say I didn't want you speaking for me.
Alright. Cheap privilege.
Yeah, you fucking. Cis,
I identify
cis
as a white cis scarf male.
You're a fucking dick.
Oh, on a slightly thing, you know. I wish I had a scarf that let us double jump. But yeah, it's like it's pretty shit. Yeah, I totally didn't when people talk about it so reverentially. I didn't get that at all. Like, I played it and I went, that was alright. There's absolutely zero replay value in it, as I expected. So like,
Meh.
yeah, not worth it. If you've got an hour to spend and someone goes, oh, here's a copy of Journey, alright, but I wouldn't buy it.
I still want to play it.
It's...
I think somebody just got an extra life.
Callum has just sent me and you a picture of an actual delicious Activision dollar made from chocolate.
So look.
That's awesome.
I don't know if he's got some kind of fucking like chocolate coin printing press, which wouldn't surprise us for Callum. Are you watching a bit of Fez?
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't know if anybody else got anything else.
No, this is garbage. Like it's just even now, it's still garbage. I do like the music. That's the only thing I like. I think the soundtrack's awesome.
And on that note, I'm going to go and kill some women on COD.
I'm going to go and rape Kaylee with my penis upstairs, old school style.
I'm gonna go and play on Arkham City on night or whichever one it is, and purposefully look at Nightwing's butt.
I'm gonna look for any game with male protagonists having their arse in the middle of the screen, and I'm gonna feverishly masturbate for the rest of the afternoon because I'm not sexist.
Excellent. I've been Lemmy.
I've been Sir Terry Wagwan.
Who was I again? I'm Jimmy Savile. I was about that then.